This is the GV Podcast, a variety review podcast featuring two of the three idiots giving their thoughts on cartoons and anime. This is an opinion-based podcast, and there's no way we're saying our thoughts and opinions are objective. Keep this in mind and enjoy the show. That's what happened when Johnny Silverhand paired up with John Wick in Fortnite.
Was his Silverhand his gun?
Good old John Silver.
No, he has his own gun. It's like a pistol that shoots like shotgun shells. It's pretty cool. Anyway, good morning, everybody. My name is Mayhem.
I'm Jinzu.
I'm Duke.
And today, Duke has something special for us. Isn't that right, Duke?
Yes.
But like how special? Like good special or bad special?
This is for you, actually.
What?
This is for you.
I'm scared now.
You asked for this a while back we saw a movie that you really liked, and you really wanted to do a review on it.
Sky High?
Click and stop.
What is it, Duke? What do we got?
Well, what was a movie that you and I watched in the past year that's currently on HBO Max now that you were really happy about? In fact, it's in your playlist now of songs.
Belle?
Death Note? Belle?
Belle.
Belle's getting an anime?
No. We're the movies. We're talking about the movies.
Cut that.
Well, that's up to you if you want to. But no,
Cut that.
I decided that, hey, you know what? You really like that movie so much so that I decided we're gonna go in and watch it. But we gotta lead up to it.
Yeah.
Because it is technically a spiritual sequel to a spiritual sequel.
Okay.
So it's the third.
It is
movie?
basically the third movie of a trilogy, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The one before it was a movie by the name of Summer Wars. That one I saw as a kid was my absolute favorite movie.
Well, if you don't fight in the summer, then Russia wins.
Genuinely, when we get to it, you will love that movie.
Interesting.
Like, it is one of my favorites as a kid.
So what's the first one? I'm scared now.
Okay, so
It's One Piece.
Sword Art Online.
let me pop up my description. Japanese animated film adaptation produced by Saban Entertainment. You know,
Power
Saban.
Rangers!
Yeah, Saban. They did Power Rangers. That's good, right?
Yeah?
Distributed by 20th Century Fox. Now Disney. So
Now
it's a Disney movie,
So
technically.
yeah, we're watching a Disney movie, yay.
It's a part of a, kind of like a Pokemon-like franchise.
Digimon?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No! We're back
awesome.
on Digimon?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No!
Now it's my turn to run
well,
the Digimon
only
trailer
sort of,
channel.
because we're not watching the full show. We're just watching the movie.
Which one?
The original.
Man. The bad one or the good one?
Well, no, okay, so I'll tell you this. The reason why you're not gonna like this, the reason why it was such a bad movie was because what they did was they used a bunch of short films and combined them together. That's why it's so disjointed.
That's
like,
why it's so
we'll be
bad.
able to talk about that once we come back because, yeah, today we are watching the Digimon movie.
I'm in
which-
the corner!
Hey, by the way, apparently it had a budget of $5 million. And,
$5 million!
Yeah, and the box office gave it $16.6 million.
They made money on this!
Yes. Digimon the movie had cut more than 40 minutes of scenes from the individual Japanese films to save time and introduced several changes in tone, dialogue, and plot. Owing to the number of changes made, it is considered an original work by the press. Upon release, the film received generally negative reviews from critics. Despite this, the film was a box office success.
So this is really what went up against U2 Strikes Back.
Actually, yes. Actually, yeah, around the exact same time, yeah.
Actually, we're watching Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Yep, film
'Cause I
used
have a gun.
footage from the
I
short
have-
films Digimon Adventure 1999, Digimon Adventure Our War Game, and Digimon Adventure 2, Digimon Hurricane Landing, Transcendent Evolution, The Golden Digimentals.
But that's the thing, is I don't care about
That's all in
either
one title.
any Digimon. So
Oh.
why are you telling me that there's a difference between them? Because I don't care!
You,
Let's get this over with!
I don't think you're gonna like this.
I'm down!
But hey, on the bright side, look at it like this. In about 2 months, we'll be able to finally watch Belle.
In 2 months, we'll watch even more Digimon.
In 2 months, we'll rewatch Digimon.
We'll watch the movie again, because I would have forgotten it, and when this part 2 comes out, that I would go, hey, what is Digimon again, guys? And then you guys would go, wait, we just watched it. And I go, no, I didn't. I forgot it. I mentally repressed it, because, I don't know. I didn't really want to watch it, because, I don't know. It was a terrible movie.
So
I
now I'm
don't
gonna
know.
gaslight with the both of you into...
So I'm going to gaslight you both into knowing that I didn't watch any of it, and that I killed myself.
I mean, if you gave me a positive response, I would have just made us watch Belle.
Digimon!
That movie was funny.
Hello everybody, my name is Mayhem.
I'm Jinsu.
I'm Duke.
And we just watched the Digimon movie, and I'm tired.
And Duke and Mayhem loved it.
I didn't.
I loved it. For how awful it was.
1, it was Digimon. Automatic failure at that point. 2, it was a weird movie.
Yeah.
It was like 3 movies.
So, Don...
Hello, everyone! Thank you for making the meeting. Let's first give a warm welcome to our newest member, Digimon.
Nice to be here, guys. I'm just glad I realized having money was more important than having an opinion.
Amen!
I like him. Put him on a shirt.
Digimon!
That movie was funny.
Hello, everybody. My name's Mayhem.
I'm Jinsu.
I'm Duke.
And we just watched the Digimon movie, and I'm tired.
And Duke and Mayhem loved it.
I didn't.
I loved it. For how awful it was.
1, it was Digimon. Automatic failure at that point. 2, it was a weird movie.
Yeah.
It was like 3 movies.
So, Don, spoiler thoughts for this movie. What do you
Sucked!
What about you, Jinsu? What do you think of this movie?
Sucked! I hate Digimon.
It was, how do I explain it? It was a weird, like, perspective that they took. They just kind of, like, were like, hey, what if the story started like this? And I think that's actually canon. Like, the beginning part of it is
That
like
beginning part is referenced in the show.
Just
Yeah,
like
and-
how Mewtwo was canon in Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Then the Genesect movie.
Then the Genesect movie happened. Let's not talk about Genesect.
It changed Mewtwo's voice. And Mewtwo forgot
That Ash
the
existed.
importance of life.
And decided, kidding.
Decided, I'm here only for myself and not for the band of other Pokemon. I'm a different Mewtwo. Bye.
I see now. My lesson has been nullified. That one Mew noise is now canceled for me.
Can't believe that this is the DVD release of Digimon the movie.
I remember watching this as a kid. I remember watching the VHS tape of it.
I remember hearing about Digimon and then just going, this is worst Pokemon. Bye.
My sisters and I love Digimon. We watched the fuck out of Digimon.
You
with
guys
Pokemon.
have nostalgia for it. I don't.
Anyways.
I hate it.
I rewatched it back in like middle school. I had fun. It was fun. It was cringy, but it was fun.
You are not allowed.
My sisters and I watched it again when she was in high school and I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And then,
What did you think of it when you rewatched it?
same show that we liked
Yeah,
as a
okay.
kid. I definitely noticed the reused animation that they had all over the place. And
that was everywhere.
that kind of bored it for me. I would fall asleep watching it, but I mean,
Is that a tagline you would put on the back of the box? You could watch it and fall asleep. Insomnia cured.
Netflix had all of Digimon up to Digimon Tamers. Yeah, so the first 3 seasons essentially. So I had a lot of fun with that.
I watched the first 3 seasons too.
Yeah,
But I have to say, this movie having that random third act, I did not see that.
yeah.
And the
I saw
quality.
the rest of this movie, and then it felt like they edited in like tidbits of another character, and then shoehorned and very poorly cropped this movie into the rest of this movie.
Yeah, it feels like it's way too close.
Once again, I saw the VHS tape as a kid. It's the exact same as the DVD. Like
So
I
it's-
remember.
I watched
So
the
it's not the difference between VHS and DVD. It's the difference of the movie people making the movie being terrible.
I don't know what they were thinking doing that.
I don't know what they were thinking of
Well,
making this.
consider. Okay, best way to describe this movie: it is a YouTube poop compilation. That's what it feels like.
But also the story of Digimon.
Yeah, they try to add story to a YouTube poop. That's what it is.
Which, you know, when that
There's some
happens,
YouTube
it
movies
makes
that do
it
it better.
the worst.
Yeah, there's some YouTube
don't you
movies that
don't
do
you
it
dare
better.
don't you dare put YouTube poop down that hard. They do it way better.
It feels like a compilation of like random moments from like Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Is how it feels.
There's a lot of like cut moments where you're just like
But like season 1.
but like they like randomly skip ahead or cut back or cut ahead and cut back and cut ahead and cut back. Cut away.
That's what it is.
When my sister and I watched this movie, we watched it in Japanese. So I hearing
That's
the
why.
hearing the dialogue and like them cutting in and like having random parts about Willis and the dialogue being totally random and chaotic as fuck. That was not in the Japanese version.
Shinsu.
But it does make the English version a lot more funny.
That's what it is.
What?
You watch the Japanese. That's why, because in the Japanese, it's an actual movie. Like it's 3 different movies is what they chopped up. That in America, that's what they did. When they dubbed it, they just got 3 different movies, chopped them up, and put them in.
But it doesn't feel like 3 different movies. It feels like 2.
That's the thing with writing. You can make it blend together.
Okay, but like the first 2 that you guys are talking about, that was always the one singular movie, and I felt like that part flowed fine.
Yeah, exactly. And basically, it's that those 2 movies were close enough that you don't have to change too much. For the 3rd one, they decided to add that in just because it was like, I mean, we have the footage, so what do we do? Shoehorn it at the end.
Bring it in at the end.
But
that's what they did in the English.
What was the first movie then?
It was their backstory.
The prequel is like its own thing.
It's Greymon fighting the bird.
Yeah, I can look it up right now.
That's the first third, yes.
The first movie?
Yes. That is
what? I don't remember ever watching that like by itself. It was always coupled with that second part.
And that's why this is terrible.
I can look up the Digimon movie right now.
And it's just going to tell you, hey, this is what it is. I'm sorry.
Seek therapy. This is what it first thing it says.
It gives you an ad for BetterHelp.
Bad.
I hate it.
It gives you a BetterHelp ad.
Exactly.
Let me see. The film used footage from the short films Digimon Adventure 1999, Digimon Adventure Our War Game, and Digimon Adventure 2, Digimon Hurricane Landing, Transcendent Evolution, The Golden Digimentals.
Ah, okay. They were shorts.
Yeah, it was shorts. That's what it was. It wasn't a movie. It was shorts. Something else that you'll find interesting. Let me see. Digimon the movie had cut more than 40 minutes of scenes from the individual Japanese films to save time and introduce several changes in tone, dialogue, and plot.
That's what I felt. We just didn't watch the right fucking thing.
No, we did. We just didn't watch what they actually were.
We technically just watched exactly what all American kids were given.
This is how we were supposed to enjoy Digimon.
This is how... what studio did this again? Let me see.
Mappa.
20th Century Fox. This is how Fox wanted to show it to us.
God.
Oh, they fucked up so much other shit too. That was just like mid-2000s, early 2000s like shows.
Ruining anime.
Guess what the budget of this movie was?
Oh God.
Which was basically chopping it up, right?
Was the editing, which you can do easily.
And voice acting. So, $5 million.
$5 million.
And
wonder what they made back?
None of
Wonder what they made back?
None of it.
$16 million.
They got $2.
They got a box office of $16 million.
They got exposure.
Yeah, they got exposure. They didn't get any money for they got exposure.
God, being a voice actor fucking sucks.
Taco Bell promoted Digimon the movie the summer before the film's release via a summer partnership with the franchise from July 13th, 2000 to September 9th, 2000.
At least they made over 3 times like the budget.
They offered toys and other collectibles with purchase of their kids' meals.
That's the craziest part, is that they actually made money from this movie.
They tripled the
On
original
March 20th of 2019, the Walt Disney Company acquired the distribution rights to Digimon the movie as part of their acquisition of 21st Century Fox. Technically, they could re-release this. Can you imagine if they just were like, hey, guess we're adding to Disney Plus?
The Digimon movie. You know what? Did you buy that DVD that we had?
Yes.
So, yeah, it's going to be on Disney Plus soon. Since you bought it, it's going to be free on a streaming service.
I hate when this happens. The number of times that I would buy a series because it wasn't on any streaming service, and then 5 months later, streaming service.
That's what happened to Avatar.
I bought all of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Then it went to Netflix. Then I bought Korra because it wasn't on anything, and then it was on Netflix.
I pirated every show I wanted to watch.
I never had to spend anything.
And I'm happy. And my wallet is happy.
Digimon the movie was also number 5 at the box office.
Ugh.
And these corporates?
They're starving too.
No, they're fine.
Bring
because
them in.
everyone else bought their shit.
Yeah.
Suckers like this guy bought their shit.
Keeps buying it.
The international success of Digimon the movie led Toshio Suzuki to contact Mamoru Hosoda to direct Howl's Moving Castle, though he later left the production due to creative differences.
Oh my God. I was about to freak out.
Digimon the movie is over 22 years after its release, Hosoda's most successful film in the United States.
Oh.
The strongest Digimon.
What is this? No.
Random post my friend sent me. I don't know what it is.
I'm trying to read it. It's too blurry.
The film received generally negative reviews by critics. According to the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, 24% of critics have given the movie a positive review based on 41 reviews, with an average rating of 4 out of 10. Critics' consensus reads, Digimon is better than Pokemon, but it's still a predictable movie with mediocre animation. The film has a weighted average score of 20 out of 100.
20 out of 100. Too high. Too high.
At the 2000 Stinkers Bad Movie Awards,
Stinkers?
the film won the award for worst achievement in animation. However, the magazine Animage conducted a list of the top 100 anime productions in January 2001, and Digimon the movie placed 88th on the list. So, yeah, there you go.
I hate that it had way too much of a presence than I was expecting to actually hear. That it was actually that it actually had critic reviews and went to an award ceremony.
Yeah.
And almost allowed the director to make Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah.
But it couldn't be creative enough.
So, think of a non-spoiler thought. Yeah, no, this movie it's definitely awful, but I had a lot of fun. That's the thing. You'll hate it for the fact if you're by yourself just trying to watch it.
Yeah, you'll hate it
critically.
alone.
But if you watch it with friends, this is the funniest movie ever.
So if you are a lonely person, you will hate it.
How funny can this movie be? Smash Mouth
Plays at the end.
Yeah,
For no
All
reason.
Star plays at the very end for no reason.
And Wendigomon's just swaying his arms.
That's the thing. Like, once again, you hear the jokes in this. We're all losing it. We're all making fun of it. It's so much fun.
I'm not going to watch it again.
We'll rewatch it for our 10-year anniversary.
If you ever do watch this again, I'll decide what you watch, not to say asshole.
If you ever watch it again, I'm taking over the schedule.
I'm stabbing Duke and taking over.
And you'll watch the original cuts of the short movies.
That aren't terrible.
And then you guys get to
It'll make
review
more
Berserk.
Yay! I
So-
finally got to a certain point in Berserk and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, let's
Where
talk
you
about
at?
something better, yeah. So,
Stab. The child got stabbed. Yes, if you put water on a fire, it doesn't go out. It makes steam. Boiling water. And you put it through a filter, then you can drink it. Don't drink it right now, you idiot. Okay.
he's just showing it again. So, anyway, the three parts of Digimon. I will decide for who will be describing
So we open
these
up
stories.
on a Canadian cartoon.
I was gonna say, yeah. So the 4 parts, actually. Let's talk about the Canadian cartoon that opened up.
That we had to skip because Jinzu was going to kill us if we didn't.
Yeah,
It was the most randomest shit I have ever seen. I'm like, why? What is this? Who put this in the
Who
fucking...
decided that this should go in the movie?
And it's like a really shitty like animation of these kids talking about the Digimon movie. And I was like, I just want to watch the movie!
And then you skip ahead, and then you see the opening thing.
It's like 10 minutes after. It's 10 minutes of this shit.
I'll say that when it comes to the opening bit, for some reason, when it comes to the DVD and the VHS, I still remember this as a kid. There is a Canadian show that I remember hearing about that everyone who watched it hated it.
What was it called?
I don't remember.
You remember everything about it except for the name.
I remember things that I want to remember.
Who are you, Duke? I don't know who you are anymore. There's something you don't remember.
Okay, fine. It was Angela.
There you go.
The name of the main character was Angela, and it was a paper craft kind of show with very, very awful animation.
Stop motion, weird shit.
And yeah,
They went to the movies
They went
to
to the-
watch Digimon the movie.
it's a worse version of what they did in SpongeBob, which was
SpongeBob.
actually good.
With the pirates going to watch the movie at the beginning. Tickets to the SpongeBob movie!
Characters going in to watch the movie has been done like 3 times in my memory, and both times were better than Digimon.
What was the other one?
Fucking Teen Titans Go watch Space Jam.
You watched that?
I saw clips of it, and it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, now you're walking back. Now I'm criticizing you for it.
That's the thing. I'm saying that I've watched it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, you're walking back.
And it's still awful. But you at least get some enjoyment instead of Angelamon Digivolve too.
Like, you heard it here now, folks. That Duke prefers Teen Titans Go over Digimon openings.
I was gonna say I prefer Teen Titans Go to Angela. You're right.
Openings. And then we get the backstory.
Yeah, so I'll say you handle backstory episode. You will Jinzu. You will handle the whole virus
The
storyline.
good part.
And then I will handle the last.
The Wendigo.
Wendigo.
So we first get. You probably wonder how this all got started. Well, when I was a kid,
Yeah, Kyrie narrates everything.
Back in 2003.
back when I was 3 and still
In
had the same mental.
2001.
My family was living.
Jesus Christ.
My family was living in New York City.
No.
Like they're literally just like
There's another Digimon.
they're like half their age, and yet they're still whatchamacallit. They're still like have the same brain capacity of when they're 8 years older.
Yeah.
So that's something to take in. And
It's a little jarring.
and like what's the name of the girl?
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
So she
Kari,
goes
sorry.
like she wakes up in the middle of the night and like goes into the computer room because that's still a thing in the 2000s. And what's his face? I can't remember his name.
Ty.
Ty is just like, oh, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Oh, hello, my little baby sister. What are you doing in the computer room? Why is the screen all red and terrifying? Why is
coming out?
why is
What
there?
the fuck?
Why is there? Why is there just something coming out of the screen? What the hell?
They also explain that they try to tie into the third act of like, yeah, and also on the other side of the planet another kid is getting his egg. It's like,
Yeah,
I don't
very awkwardly in the narration without showing anything.
They don't show it. And then basically it turns out it was a Digimon egg, and it hatches into the dinosaur, and they kind of just like hang out with him. But then he gets really big for some reason, and then he just goes on a rampage. But like rampage is in he takes Kyrie and just starts walking around Japan, like around the city, and she goes, "Make sure you look both ways for a car." Mm-hmm. Hey, did you look? Mm-mm. Did you even know what a car is? Mm-mm.
I'll say that once again. The dubbing of this is actually it has some great moments.
It saves this movie from being even worse.
So in other words, Dragon Ball, the first movie.
Yeah.
Remember that stuff?
He's gonna destroy the whole world. Really? The whole world? Okay, maybe not the whole world, but
It's still so good.
but
It's awful, but it's so good.
And then as they're just going around, they almost get hit by a car and then swerve at the last. It full on like looks like it hits them.
He jumped out the way.
Has
But
my
he jumps.
favorite line of the people in the car just going like, oh, did you see that? Oh, no, I was sleeping. But you're the driver!
It sounds like a YouTube abridged thing.
It really does.
Would make.
It's definitely what inspired.
They did actually, as a April Fool's joke, do
Yeah, they did.
Digimon.
They did do a thing where I watched.
And that thing is gold. That video is gold.
We should have watched that instead.
We definitely should.
Oh, here, let me put it up real quick.
Now that we're back,
Okay. Okay.
I don't have to do this recording. Okay. And all of a sudden, a giant bird Digimon just shows up and starts destroying stuff. And then the dinosaur gets really
Parrotmon.
big. Like he digivolves again, but it's really big. So it's a giant fight between a T-Rex and a bird, and it's actually kind of cool, but very basic.
It's like Godzilla versus.
Name a bird. Name a bird.
Big Bird.
Try it. Name a kaiju bird.
Big Bird. Oh, Bigger Bird.
Bigger bird. There you go.
Oh
I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird.
my god.
It's Godzilla versus the biggest bird.
The biggest bird. Also known as Rodan. They keep on trying to give him wings in like concept art, feathers. Sorry, they keep on trying to give him feathers, and every time it doesn't follow through because they all go, "Why? He's a dinosaur." But actual bird feathers, not like the bat wings that he has.
Birds are dinosaurs too.
Not in my religion. That sounds like a thing a pagan would say.
That sounds like something a Catholic would say.
You're right! You know, I don't think that we should have things be this black and white. That sounds like someone who says the other way. Get 'em, boys.
That sounds like something my enemy would say.
That we shouldn't be fighting. But we definitely should be, because I said so.
You see those guys over there?
Yeah?
What was it? They're blue.
There's nothing wrong about them, but they're blue. I've always hated the color blue. You know why? No reason. But here we go, boys. We're the red, and we're gonna kill all them blues over there because we hate them for some reason.
Racism lore.
The origin.
Because they're not us.
Our dignified leader, their what was the term? Despot. They're undeserving despot.
So anyway, tell us more about Godzilla versus I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird.
It's very basic, and you're basically just going, can this fight be over now?
You're talking about the actual one of the best of the parts of the movie? Because that was actually fun.
Just because it's one of the best parts of the movie does not mean it was good.
Well, that's literally what that means.
It means it was less shit.
The animation was really well done, as it's a massive fight with a giant Greymon versus a giant Parrotmon. Once again, it is the animator behind movies such as Summer Wars and Belle. So, of course, the animation is going to be pretty good.
No, Greymon was size accurate. Agumon was the big one.
Wasn't that version of Greymon, massive compared to how he usually is?
It's also a digital world, so it kind of
it could be, from their perspective, considering they're children. But
also a child, yes.
Yeah.
And he's also a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Was that the one we were talking about?
Yes, Greymon. He literally has a line where after he gets, knocked out and the kids wake him up with the whistle, that, it was all a nice thing. He wakes up, his eyes right there, and they go, Koromon? It's Greymon now. You can be whatever you want, buddy.
Okay.
And that's when they have the massive blast. What's his move called again?
Nova Blast.
Huh?
Nova Blast.
Nova Blast! And it just erases everything.
It kills everybody. It literally destroys this block of a city. And then the morning sun comes and they're both gone. And the two kids are looking at this next time, you're telling mom. Dun, dun, dun.
And Kari's just screaming into the distance. I thought we were going to play Pokemon!
My dad! I wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Don't you want to play horsey?
I'm Yu-Gi-Oh Mon now.
I'm Dark Magician Mon now.
I'm Poo Poo Butthole Mon now.
Blue Eyes White Digimon.
Blue Eyes White Digimon.
It's close enough.
I'm Aryan Digimon now.
Oh.
Blue Eyes Blonde Hair Dramon.
It just starts going, Dasta back, Dasta!
So...
Was that even close to German?
No.
I'll say...
Any language.
Once again, the funny thing about this part of the movie is the fact that it is canon to the show itself.
I'm going to pretend he didn't say that.
This movie,
because it's referenced multiple times. It's referenced multiple times by the main characters as the moment that they all became digi-destined, basically I
hate that
protagonist.
Word. I hate that word so much.
Digi?
Digi-destined.
Digi anything.
It's pretty funny, but in the anime, that they talk about that moment constantly, and you never see it.
They never
That's what this short is.
No one remembers it either. Everyone who watched it, who was there, doesn't remember it. So the Digimon are talking about it, and they're like, "Huh?" What are you talking about?
That's pretty weird.
I think one thing they basically mentioned about it is, yeah, no, it's kind of like like there was a thing that happened that messed up our street, and so we all had to move, and like everyone moved away from each other, but like not super far away, obviously.
I'm so mad. So then we now move on
To the second third.
part. Like I keep calling them thirds when they're not all the same length.
It's okay. The
And
second
there's 4
act.
parts.
It's the second act. Okay.
Yes, there you go.
Go ahead, tell us about the second act, Jinsu.
Shit's fucked.
She goes, nah.
Did y'all ever watch? Oh fuck. Did y'all ever play Watch Dogs?
No,
Yeah.
I pet dogs.
I remember Watch Dogs.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not you.
No, not you, this bitch.
Not you, you uncultured swine. You uncultured swine.
I remember Watch Dogs. That was fun.
I never played Watch Dogs either, but
Oh, okay.
You
are alone in this room. I actually purposely
No
went
one
out of my
relates
way
to
to
you.
try to buy it. Yeah,
No one relates.
like
to
I
you.
remember it came out like several months before, and I was like, "Let me try to get this game because I have money that I was given for some reason."
that must have been a cool feeling. Getting a game and not knowing anything about it, and then like seeing what it's about.
Yeah.
Except when the game's bad.
Then it's like, I'll return this.
No, I still have it.
No, if a game's bad, I don't return it. Sadly,
It was a How to Train Your Dragon
I'm
game.
looking at you, Smurfs 2.
It was a How to Train Your Dragon game.
Okay.
And
My sister really wanted that game, so she got it. She completed it. Not like she played it. No, she completed in 1 hour.
Jesus Christ.
I wanted,
100%ed it.
my parents let me get a DS game, and I wanted to get this Transformers game. And my sisters were like, "No, we didn't want you to get that." Just my sisters. My parents didn't give a
Yeah.
fuck. My sisters were like, "No, we don't want you to get that. It's too rough for you." And I was like,
What?
I literally watched the first Transformer movie. I watched that one dude get cut in half or ripped in half. I've watched horror movies with you guys my entire childhood. What do you mean it's too rough for me? I've seen the Alien movies. I've seen the freaking. I've seen Rambo.
Oh, dude.
I watched Rambo at like 9, and instead they got me the B movie game. And it was okay.
Was it fun?
It was okay.
It was passable.
It was
But
okay. It
I
was
can
like
tell you,
weird-
Jinsu,
Was it better than the
Transformers game
movie?
was going to be better.
No, it was probably gonna be worse.
No, I have it!
There were so many Transformer games.
I have the one you speak of because I know context clues.
Well, I don't, so I'm fucking. I didn't even know the subtitle. It was just a DS Transformers game.
Yes.
And my sisters got the B movie game instead, and they 100%ed it. And I was like, "How? How did you 100% this fucking game?"
Why?
I was gonna say, was it better than the movie?
Rather watch B movie than this movie again. And I haven't actually technically even watched B movie.
There was this really annoying part where you had to go through like a city street, like just the one street, and you had to get like honey from like under the benches and crap. And there was a cat that always came and killed me, and I could never get past him.
Oh.
I like how when you're younger, there's always this one thing from a random game that was like your hurdle in life.
Dark Souls.
No, like a random game that was just like the one thing that got in your way, and if it stays with you, that you never got past it.
No, I got past everything. That's
But
not
like
a
it
big
got,
problem.
but like it got hard. I remember playing Jack and Daxter. That game's hard when you're small.
You know what's also really hard when you're small?
Hmm.
Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah.
And then you grow up and you're like, oh, I literally just have to run and jump.
It's literally
I
just
literally-
press this button and then this button and then I win. It's literally just charge at Bowser at full sprint and just going. "Ah!" And
It's
then-
so funny watching Little Mario book it at Bowser like, with like 8 bits, and Bowser just.
and he just jumps over him. He's like, "Oh, let me get past you." Oh wait, no, that's where the axe is. Ugh! Why doesn't Bowser use the axe?
Because
Digimon.
what? Because he's using it to hold up the bridge.
You know, I didn't think
And
about that.
digitally speaking.
Speaking of Obi-Wan having a conversation with R2-D2. Uh-huh.
So Jinzu, can you tell us about the second act?
Oh yeah, okay. So we started talking about video games. So they tried linking it back to the first short movie where it was like, oh, this egg happened, so now the other eggs are happening. But
Yeah, that's about right.
yeah, and I forget how it like started. I think Ty and Izzy are just hanging out with each other, and then Izzy. Oh no, Izzy.
Ty's making an email.
Ty's making an email to Sora because he did something with her hairpin, and she didn't appreciate it.
And pissed in her hat.
Oh wait, wasn't it something
up.
as dumb as the hat thing was in the first act where it was like sorry, I threw up in her hat.
That was not in the first act.
That was not in the first act.
It was the throw up in the hat was literally stated.
That's when they were kids.
Yes,
But
it literally there's a call. Mimi told me you threw up in my hat.
Oh yeah.
That is in the first act.
See, the thing is that I don't know.
The second act
Anything.
is
They looked away.
I've never watched this movie before.
Ty gave her a hairpin because he said, "Yeah, your hair looks nice," and she reacted as like, "Oh, you don't like my hats?"
No, it was hair, and then he was like,
Well, how can I tell? Your hair is always covered by your hat. And then, oh, so now you don't like my hat?
Yeah, it just in general, it was the usual.
I was waiting for one of you to respond, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I think I got it right.
You got it just about right, and it's like, it's that usual shit that writers try to go for when it comes to like early
Unnecessary
2000s, like conflict between male and female
it felt
character.
like a joke with the dub writers. Like, let's make like a linking joke so that it's like kind of funny, and then it makes Ty writing to Sora make a little bit more sense.
Throwing up.
So, it makes an email. Doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, all the machines in the
Doesn't
world
matter.
are.
Meanwhile, Izzy's on the black web eating his fucking McDonald's Big Mac, and he spots a virus. Just chilling. Just chilling. He just finds a virus chilling.
Guys, I was on page 345 on Pornhub.
Finding that one video, and I saw this virus attacking this specific program.
And I was like, no!
And it's
Not
a
starting
Digimon.
on my favorite one!
Everyone at the same time around the world is just seeing an egg hatch on their screen.
That's peculiar. If I saw that, I would literally just turn off my computer, take it outside, and shoot it.
Hello.
Yeah, especially if
Last thing it says, hello.
Yeah.
Egg hatches, eyeball comes out first thing. Nope.
Nope, I'm out.
I'm society. Bye. I don't care.
A little Pac-Man ghost with singular eyeball and some horns comes out. Nope.
Let the nukes come.
Let them come.
Let them come.
Oh, what's that? You're
Let
calling a
them
nuke? Well, I hope it kills you too, you fucking abomination.
You know, it's a weird thing is that nukes take out the power grid. What does the internet require? Power.
So anyway, what happens with this virus?
So anyway,
Scooby-Doo.
this virus doxes everybody. And they all
Shows
have to
their
move to
IPs.
America. No, but it just kind of like keeps digi evolving, and then Matt and Ty just find it somewhere, and they just start attacking. And I like how the hub or whatever that they're in is just this big circle that's supposed to represent the internet. And it's just a bunch of numbers flying everywhere.
Enter.
It looks like yeah, and it has like there's like random internet motifs. And
The U.S. flag.
yeah, I don't remember. That wasn't fucking there. That was something else. I'm telling you, bro. That was jarring. Okay, so they're fighting this thing, and it digi-evolves like through the smoke. And something weird that they do with Digimon movies is they'll have characters digi-evolve like seamlessly, but like off screen. Like they'll clip off screen, like they'll like, oh, little baby Vmon, Demi Vmon ran into this bag and he came out as regular Vmon. It's like, oh, okay.
I'm thankful for that every so often, considering like
They do it every time. They show the animation every time that happens.
in the show they actually do. Like, dude, the show is like 20 minutes long, but it's closer to like 15 minutes due to animation.
So
each episode is 5 minutes in actuality.
So
Kinda, sorta.
The whole show is like 20 hours or something. Maybe not. I'm not being specific or like accurate. I'm just like throwing a generalization. So it's like 20 hours long, right?
Yeah.
Like 3 hours is them digivolving, like them doing the Digimon, and like the data's going through the Digivice, and they're circling, and it's going into them, and they're like, "I'm a Digivolve too."
The most
Poopdramon.
The most horrendous one, though, still to this day, is they once had a collection of Digivolutions where it wasn't like all of them going at the same time.
It was one.
It
after
was
the
one
other.
after the other for all 8 Digimon, and it was a solid 5 to 6 minutes.
And it was playing like the main theme.
It played the. It was just
Run.
Dude, I can't believe that's a song.
It's the usual like Digimon theme song playing 8 times.
Anime thing where the opening starts playing when the climax starts hitting. But so they're fighting this thing. It digivolves some more, and then they digivolve back, and they're still fighting it, and then
They lose.
And then the funniest thing happens. The War Greymon and Metal Garurumon can't move because the fucking everyone who's watching, everyone on the planet is sending emails at the same time constantly.
I can't
and
believe
it's, like,
Diaboro
taking up-
activated the lag switch.
Yeah, like literally, and it's like, oh, the bandwidth has been taken up. Oops. We have to tell him all to stop.
I have to tell
How?
hit left. Go left. You need to hit him with the fireball.
Sorry guys, I opened Elden Ring in 1999.
And then it gets so bad that the Diaboromon starts to like hack into like military databases and activating missiles and shit like that. And it's like, okay, now we're on a time limit.
Running around a US flag.
Can you guys count
Yeah.
down from 10?
Yeah, just sends an email that says, "Can you count down from 10?"
I like how the first message it sends is
was a
just
math
spam.
question?
It's
Hello. Yeah, with the best joke of just the guy of like, oh, what was it? Like, he's eating all this data. Why doesn't he just go to a convenience store? Cut to a convenience store. You see a guy buying chocolate. Okay, that'll come up to $1 million and 100. Whoa.
well,
That was
that's
good,
what it
really good.
says.
Yeah, that was good. Some really good chocolate. Cash or credit? Huh?
No, not cash. Wait, no, he said. I think she said card or cash.
Card or cash? No.
Yeah, mid 2000s. That was the guy. This little bash of Reddit.
Oh yeah, then there was the whole thing with the phones where like everybody was getting the same call at the same time.
Yeah.
And it just cutting to everybody popping out their phones, one guy in a bush in the background. Hello.
Who's spying on somebody? Hello?
But yeah.
Oh, the phone lines are backed up? Oh, that's great. Now my sister won't call me 3 times a day.
What,
Crazy.
Ty trying to call everybody? What was the line they said? Like, I'm sorry. All the lines are...
All the lines are currently unavailable. Tries again. All lines are currently unavailable. Tries again. I said all the lines are unavailable.
Did you hear me?
Did you?
All the lines are unavailable!
That was an abridged moment. That was some YouTube parody shit.
Did
you hear me?
Did you not understand? Did you not understand what I just said?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can say.
So we got Ty and Matt bringing good old Digimons to the Diaboromon for an epic fight.
So they're
Because
just
he's cloned
fighting.
himself.
And then they're lagging, and then all of a sudden the movie decides actually the emails are sending hope through everyone's and like Ty and Matt go through their fucking screens and
They're going into the world of VR.
Ty and Greymon had such a tight bond that even Ty became digitized.
And as he went into the digital world,
I'm
his
gonna
body
go for
was...
my waifu!
Oh my god! Imagine that scene, but it's like a random character from an anime, and it's just like finally.
You see, instead of War Greymon, it's like Hatsune Miku, floating there.
Finally, I can have her. Ooh, ooh.
You ever seen that clip?
Finally.
You ever seen that clip with Hatsune Miku where she's just walking down after having bought a leek, and gets her leek stolen and handed like 100
The money for it.
the 100 yen. It's just like, well, luckily I bought this for 90 yen, so I made cash.
So I'm not mad.
And the best part is they use the actual like text to speech for Hatsune Miku when it came to her voice in that anime. You ever hear Hatsune Miku talk? You're actually spot on. I'm not kidding.
Would you like to forfeit all your mortal possessions?
You're kid, but I'm not kidding. You're actually spot on for how she sounded.
Give all your bases to us. All your base to us.
But anyway, so tell us, with the clone Diaboromon, what happens with the Hope and going into the digital world with Ty and Matt? What happened to them when they went in?
Because I wasn't paying attention.
They immediately got fucking eviscerated because they went into the digital world where a virus was active and was eating Data alive. And he saw them and was like, I think I'm a Greek man from Greek era. And I spot two little boys.
No! I'm Greek! Show me your butthole!
So anyway, what happens with War Greymon becoming an arm?
What? You want to say the rest of it, Duke? I think you want to say the rest of it.
That's kind of weird.
A pauldron. What's up with War Greymon's head becoming a pauldron? So anyway, tell us about that.
Pauldron?
Where you mean how they fuse together?
Yes.
And they their heads become like specific parts onto the fusion.
Hands. Okay, so their bodies retract into their heads, and their heads become hands, and they become one whole like Gundam Digimon. It's Omnimon.
Omnimon. It looks exactly like a Gundam.
I think apparently in a sub it's supposed to be Omegamon or something like that.
Yeah.
And they changed it to Omnimon because they felt Omega would be like upsetting. I'm gonna guess Christians.
Alpha and Omega.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan.
It's Digimon.
Now, it exists.
Now you're offended.
The Digimon part, though, that's going to be a little bit in hot water. That's going to put it in hot water.
That's a little,
Seriously, saying Pokemon's demonic, but not mentioning Digimon?
Have you seen Pukamuku?
Have you seen Angelomon?
Have you seen my Christmas list?
So anyway, tell us about Omnimon.
He's pretty cool.
In his fight. Let's kick it up!
I mean, it's just like the typical anime, like, oh, we powered up, now we're stronger, and then they start wiping out the viruses, and all the emails start sending rays and shit, and after Omnimon becomes a thing, then it pauses, the lag switch gets reversed onto Diaboromon.
The best part was the fact that the way they do that specifically is they forward all the emails to Diaboromon.
Yeah.
That's what they specifically say. I'll just forward it to him.
That's an option that they just didn't think to do earlier. Send.
I'm going to dox him.
I'm gonna
My IP address! Gets stabbed in the head.
Game Shark.
Sliced in half.
I'm gonna have him decompress this, or I'm gonna have him. What was it called again?
Die.
When you like decompress like a file on like a
Unzip.
Unzip. Yeah, I'm gonna have him unzip this folder that says history homework, and it's actually 4 terabytes. It's actually a 4 terabyte bomb.
It's a picture of Heavy. It's a picture of Heavy from Team Fortress 2, but it's literally 7 terabytes of info.
Oh, sorry. This is actually 5 petabytes.
This is 5 petabytes of Heavy railing the crap out of Scout.
I don't think that's a thing.
That's why
I
he
hope
paused.
not.
It's like,
It's like, wait, once in a lifetime in viewership.
No, that's the thing. He paused because he pressed the letter P on the search bar,
And it didn't say Portugal.
he typed grandfather clock without the
And then they managed to defeat him, but then didn't.
Yeah, because now we get into the third act. So we jump forward. Forgot to mention the last little detail. Of course, there's that nuke that was sent by Diaboromon.
Oh yeah, just a nuke.
It did explode over Japan and wiped out everybody.
And that was the third nuclear bomb that wiped out
all of Japan.
And then we went down the Akira timeline.
It wiped out Nagashima. So anyway,
That's not a real place.
I know. Guess what I was mixing together.
Tokyo.
Oh, got it. Here, Hirosaki. Sorry.
You're a sucky. You're a shitter. You suck. Kill yourself. The famous Japanese cities.
kill yourself.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna pop over to kill yourself.
It hit 2 cities. It was Kyokyo and Toto.
Kyokyo.
And Toto.
Sucky and
Lucky.
Kyokyo and Osaka.
The fourth The four nations live together in harmony until the gok.
Till the Gawks attacked.
We are no longer allowed in Japan. Anyways,
Never was.
Never was.
Of those
Never was. Never thought I would be.
Those beginning stipulations at my birth were the reason.
Anyway,
You will never
third
know what
act,
they are.
We decided
Tell us about the third act,
They decided to jump forward to the second season, essentially, Digimon Adventure 2, and basically it's this whole story of this kid who, they try to say was involved since the very beginning.
He was there the whole time, guys. Don't worry. Don't look at it. Don't look at him too hard.
he was there the whole time, guys. See, we talked about him this time and this time and this time and this time. So
He
he's
was
been
special
there the whole
because he
time.
had two Digimon. He was special because he had two Digimon, which were
Why was he
Gummimon and
special?
Why was he
Kokomon.
special?
Why is he special?
Gummimon and Kokomon.
Why was he special, Duke?
Gummimon and Kokomon.
Why was he special?
Wendigos. So
Wendy's.
anyway, the virus that came over earlier went and corrupted Kokomon and turned it into a Wendigo. And it ate Willis. Willis is dead.
Okay.
End of movie. So anyway, guys, what did you guys
So
think?
then Terriermon goes over to a kid named Henrymon.
So what did Kyle Mon think
Henrymon
of this?
claimed that he was better than any machine Digimon.
What about Barbamon?
So Lamborghini-mon.
So
So Nintendomon.
we see the second generation of kids as they're hanging out, doing their thing. Meanwhile, you got the two kids from the original generation, TK and Kairi.
And Zoro's there for some reason.
Kari. God, I hate these names. I keep forgetting them.
I will never.
Kari
Know
and
these
TK. Kari and TK are in America for some reason.
Team kill.
And they literally say, just because I felt like going to America and also because I thought it would irritate Davis. And so they go there and
Hey
they're
guys,
just
does this
hanging
game
out
have
as...
Hold on. Does this game have friendly fire? I don't know. Let me check. Oh fuck! It does.
The scene of Optimus Prime murdering the fuck out of Sentinel Prime. Does this game have friendly fire? Let's check.
I thought you were
Or
just
the
gonna
scene
normal
where-
swing.
the
No,
scene- the
Just
scene-
pretend swing. So I was like, oh! And then the moment you actually hit, I was like, fuck!
That's the intent.
The scene where Optimus Prime kills one of the Decepticons by grabbing its head with an axe and then just reaping it and jumping over him.
So anyway, as they're hanging out in America for some odd reason, you see the guy I mentioned earlier, Willis, trying to go after the Wendigomon, as I said earlier.
What are you talking about, Willis?
The Wendigomon is after him.
He's trying to follow it like, Kokomon, why won't you go back with me?
Stop dead naming me.
Return the slab! Return the slab! And it's like, well, I don't know what the slab is!
Stop detonating me! Stop detonating me, you bitch! I'm not calling you Henry, am I? You fucking asshole! By the way, Willis is literally just white-skinned, blonde hair Henry from Digimon Tamers.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is they have a fight. TK and Kari see it. They're like, "Oh, we can help you," and he goes, "No, go away! I don't want your help." And so they leave on a train to try to catch up to Willis or something or other.
They hitchhike
Shit's
across the country.
No, TK and Kari go on train. That's what they do. While Willis
Chicago.
is still heading to... Where do they say that they're going?
Colorado. Where it all began.
They're going to Colorado.
Ohio, Colorado.
I was trying to enjoy my trip to Japan, but they just keep reminding me of what state I live in.
Ohio?
Ohio?
Ohio.
Why? Why? Why would you do this?
And so we get... the rest of the team ends up meeting up with Willis. They go, "What you talking about, Willis?" As he mentions that he's trying to deal with the Wendigo. And they end up having a whole fight with the Wendigomon. As it keeps going. The same shit of
boring fight.
As nothing is progressing. And eventually I'll say there's one nice scene where we get to hear Willis's backstory. The story we've already heard of, like, yeah, it was just me and my 2 Digimon. And then one of them turned bad after virus thing. And Davis is the one to go, that's the saddest story I've ever heard.
Hey, you shouldn't be so sad
You
about
shouldn't be
that.
so sad because it's not your backstory. Oh, you're right, I won't be. And he just snaps out of it immediately.
That's really like an anime joke. Like, I've seen that before.
I love it.
Where they just were like, why the fuck are you crying? I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought you were about to be crying, so I was making sure to be in time with it.
So they end up finally going to the final battle where it digivolves once again twice. First, it digivolves into a giant slender bunny named Antilomon. And then it basically skips whatever steps would have happened and goes into its final form, Cherubimon, evil mode.
Evil variation.
Evil variation of Cherubies.
This is about to be what Jinsu was thinking the entire time. Go back. Why'd you do that? Why'd you mess it up?
I'm glad you grabbed that.
What you talking about, Willis?
I had the laugh check in there too. Otherwise it's
What
not
are you
funny.
doing? Oh my god.
I don't know. I swiped down and everything started opening.
Everything broke. Everything on my phone was breaking.
So they have this whole fight, and a bunch of them are starting to turn into kids for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's like it turns out what they said beginning, not
to the
Colorado.
Return to the beginning. Oh, go Colorado, okay. No, I mean beginning of time.
Oh god, this is part 6 JoJo! Oh my god!
Made in heaven.
No, we made it Ohio.
Made in Ohio. Made in Colorado.
Made in Florida.
Oh!
Florida!
So, goes back to the past, Samurai Jack, and ends up having this whole thing where Angelmon and Angemon show up like, we can do this? We cannot do this. Never mind. Here's some gold Digi-Eggs. Use the power to turn gold. As we get what's the name of the one that Vmon turns into? I always forget.
Which one?
His gold evolution.
Magnamon.
We get Magnamon and Rapidmon.
Even though Rapidmon is in gold.
He's gold in this one.
Oh, I watched the show as a kid, so like seeing all these again now is weird.
Yeah.
And I still remember everything.
And so Digivolve, they win. And it's like, okay, good, Kokomon's gone forever. Oh no, the egg washed up. I have egg now. Smash mouth.
And then Wendigomon danced to...
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Wendigo. That's the movie. That's actually just the movie.
And then it just ends with like not even the full song.
Oh, that glitters is gold.
Only shooting stars can break the mold. Stop dead naming me.
Literally 1984.
Okay.
So now that we've survived.
Now that Mayhem has survived.
What is...
Stops.
By the way, whenever I hear 1984 at this point, my mind just goes back to the...
1889.
Or 1984.
Tiananmen Square.
1984.
China!
Whenever I think 1984, I think of that fucking meme of what was it? Do not use this thing as a penile extender. Oh my god! Do not use this thing as a penile extender.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I cannot believe that you were trying to use this as a penile extender.
Cuts to 1984.
Literally 1984! Literally! I can't do anything!
Characters. What are your thoughts on the characters of Digimon?
There were characters? I thought it was literally just characters.
What do you think of the characters in this movie?
They're basic as shit. Everybody's dumb.
Well, this is like your only time really seeing them, so you have like none of the development.
Exactly.
And that sucks!
So you watching this movie
is terrible.
Duke.
Hey, he wanted to watch Belle. We had to watch the trilogy.
Yeah, this is what we had to watch in order to talk about Belle.
Not true.
I know.
Yes.
I know. According to him, this is the weird way that he thinks. He makes it go, okay, let's find the trilogy of this animation studio.
Okay, so basically what it is...
Digimon!
So the origin of me doing this basically is there was an article that popped up where it was something stated by the creators of Belle, where they said that technically Belle is a spiritual successor to Summer Wars, which Summer Wars in itself is a spiritual successor to Digimon, the movie.
So in order to talk about Elden Ring, we first have to talk about
Dark Souls.
Kingsfield.
Yes, we do.
And the
Armor
whole
Core.
entire history of this one gaming studio.
Yes. Why do you think I'm the guy that pushes for watching the first of everything, or playing the first of everything? When you guys said, hey, let's play Dragon Quest, I said, Dragon Quest 1?
And then we talk about
Not doing that.
Akira Toriyama.
And that's why we're starting at the beginning of the Dragon Ball movies, even though none of them are good.
Well, it makes sense. And it's just the same arc of Dragon Ball over and over again.
Yeah. Frieza.
So
Hello,
what
monkeys!
What did you guys think of this movie? Final thoughts?
I don't want to watch it again.
I watched these as shorts individually. So seeing it compiled into one very awkwardly edited movie
Into a Frankenstein?
with chaotic as fuck dialogue, I'm a little on the fence. I don't hate it, but it's so funny.
Is it good to make fun of, at least?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That does not mean it's a good movie.
I didn't say it was good. I just said it's fun.
It has a negative score. It's so bad it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
It cancels out.
It's bell curve.
Bell curve. No, we're not there yet, because what's next, Duke?
First, give us your thoughts with Mayhem.
No.
You gotta
all my thoughts are full of...
The entire fucking podcast.
All of my thoughts have been full of rage. And if I ever had to watch anything about Digimon again, it's not going to be good. Because this movie has tainted my entire experience with Digimon.
Do you have a question?
I was trying not to... Shut the fuck up. I was trying not to let this skew my thoughts, let one thing dictate my entire thoughts about the entire series, but this movie is so bad that it does. I'm sorry.
This movie is so bad, and I'll only ever watch this one movie that's so bad, and summarize my entire opinion of the entire Digimon franchise, which is also bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can blame him for it.
Honestly, I stopped watching Digimon after Tamers because I just stopped understanding what the fuck is happening.
That's what happens too, is that they have to try and catch up with Pokemon, but they do it in the wrong way.
Yeah, so, do you have a question for us?
Why?
Because that's how this podcast works.
That is my question. Why?
Oh, why? Oh. The reason why is because Fox Entertainment in the year 2000 decided that they didn't want to properly dub an anime, and so they just grabbed all three, mashed it together into a compilation, and said, this is good enough, and it did not work.
Ugh. Well,
that is why.
Thank you for explaining. And now, what is next?
I just realized you should like this a little better, considering a similar thing happened to Ghost Stories.
No. You know what's the difference? Is that
Swearing?
Ghost Stories was one thing. It was one piece of gold that didn't get artificially extended.
What it might be, honestly, is that Fox saw what happened to Ghost Stories and tried to replicate that.
No.
I think they tried, but for a kid audience.
And it's bad.
Yeah. So anyway, what's next?
Cocaine Bear.
Next is Summer Wars.
Summer Wars, which
is a movie that was actually dubbed properly.
Which is actually like cohesive.
Cocaine
Yes,
Bear.
because I remember it. And
Cocaine Bear? Do you have some?
I remember that with the fact that it was on Toonami, December movie. The movie marathons of December for Toonami. I remember watching it every year.
Okay.
In fact, we'll talk about it more. Part 1 of the next episode.
Did you watch it in summer? When the war was happening?
I said December.
Did you watch the Australian summer? You were on Australia for a couple years, right? I'm gaslighting you.
I mean, no, I'm not.
That's not what I said.
Forget I said. Did I even say that? I don't know. Anyway,
I feel tears welling up for how stupid that was.
well, let that sink in.
Oh.
What does it want now? End the recording. Goodbye, everybody.
We'll see you next time.
I may
For
not
Cocaine
survive
Bear.
the next episode.
End the recording. Duke,
Yes.
end it. Click the button.
Hey man, it's your space.
Hey man, it's your hour-long recording.
If you want to see more of our content, you can find our YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter on our Linktree at linktree/greenvillains. That's linktr.ee/greenvillains.